Oh, welcome back. Now we are carry on studying the Baccarat predictor or type of bet selection that we use. Basically, when we use the Baccarat predictor, basically what we do is how we do start is this is our software. Okay. Um, if you notice, if you notice. Uh, it has a line to start working. Okay, you you will need the first five results. Okay, and before it start, you before it starts putting the results, the software works in very simple way and very logic way. Okay, so basically the first thing what it does the software is try to set the shoe if it's a repeat shoe or it's a choppy shoe. So what does mean repeat? Means that if the shoe has the tendency of repeat. So if it's coming banker, the next time will should come banker. If the next come banker, another banker mean it is repeat. If it's coming um, bank and then player and then bank and player and then bank and player bank should be a choppy. Okay, so basically how the software does work is they found out. So basically, to start working and you get us to get us to say suggestion, you need to put five results. So if you put the first result, it doesn't say nothing. It's only add here the result when it was a player. So imagine I will put bank player, bank player as example. Okay, you will notice this number over here. This number over here, you will notice that will change. So I will put bank, player, banker, player. So basically, that is what the shoe does. Sorry, what the Baccarat predictor does. What it does is it tells you if the shoe is choppy or repeat, and depends of that will guide you. Okay, to find out the dragon tails. Okay, so if you notice, in this case, say 4. Okay, it say 4. So, because every time that come different result, the first result is different than the second result, there is a count, and the count is +1. Okay, and if you if the result is the same as the result before, the will rest one will be -1. Okay, so for example, now I will add one banker, I will add three bankers, and you will see that is number 4 will change. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it was in 4, now it's in 3. I will add 4 more, so you will notice that will go negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you notice, as every time that it does repeat, will go -1, -1, -1. Every time that it can different, will go positive. So the backup will tell you um, the tendency of the shoe. In the same time, it's going to be repeat or choppy. What we have found with the software after many shoes, over 10,000 shoes, the tendency is that it is actually choppy. The numbers go from +4 to +6. Those are the numbers, the probably the numbers and the tendency of the every two that we play in general go to that number. So basically they are always positive. So the choppy is more it's coming a lot more often than the repeat. Is unbelievable. In a game that is almost I would say 50%. 50%. It is actually when you bet choppy, you have a slightly advantage to say in that way. It doesn't mean that it's going to be profitable, but you need to understand that the opposite is coming more often than the same. Okay, I hope that is clear. So okay, so because the way how you can notice is you can open your your casino online and start putting all the results. Like I did in the I did in the videos in the very early videos that I did, just to see the testing accuracy of the software. So you will notice that it's always positive. Sometimes you get choose that are minus 10, minus 11. They are not so often. And actually, those shoes are very good for Baccarat predictor. Okay, those shoes are very good. Okay, and how long takes this count? This count goes all the way from the very beginning of the shoe to the very end of the shoe. So always guide you. Yes, it is possible that it start very repeat and then it can be very choppy. It's possible it can be very choppy and then it became repeat. Um, but it is very interesting how to use that statistic at some point. But that's the idea. The than the than the Baccarat tells you with that simple thing, that, to tell you what is repeat, if the shoe is repeat or if the shoe is a or the shoe is a choppy. Okay. Um, so if it's a positive count, will be choppy. If it's coming, uh, if it's coming repeat, will be negative. If it's negative, will be repeat. So, and what I will do is I will open a roadmap. Okay, I will restart this software, and I will put the same results. So I will put, for example, 3 players, 2 banks, 3 player, 1, 2, 3, 2 banks, and I will put now I will make a 1 player, 1 bank, player, bank. I will put exactly the same results. If you notice when you have this one, like it's 3 players, 2 banks, and it is exactly the same result that I have here, you will notice the count. The count is +2, meaning that the tendency is choppy. So this shoe has the tendency choppy. So basically, there is more probabilities than than it came different next time. That is what it does say. And this statistic is completely different than the statistic we see in the chapter before about the 66% or 33%. Um, the the when you go over that margins, when you go over 66% or below 33% after 50 or 60 events, the tendency is go to the middle, go to the 50%. But this count of repeat and choppy is not. It's not. This is completely independent. So the tendency is most of the time positive. That is the point. It is positive. You know, it is very interesting. But you cannot use it in the same way that you can use the other thing. Okay, but hopefully you understand the first thing that we see in the software. The count. Okay, so let's see next. Also, how do you get the count? Or how do you get the count with the Baccarat predictor? Okay. Basically, what we are looking for in our software, what we are looking for software is to get the first suggestion. You need to get 5 results. Okay, like I always explain. I will put bank, bank, player, bank, bank. And after you put in 5 results, you will get a suggestion. Okay. Um, and basically like I tried to explain you earlier, a few two videos before, I tried to explain you this is a, a software that try to catch dragon tails. Try to catch dragon tails. I mean, it does catch dragon tails if they can. Yeah. So basically, the idea is um, if you notice all the dragon tails like the mountains, dragon tails like the dragon tails only banks or dragon tails only players. Okay. The curiosity of those are that always the majority of the of the last 5 results are, for example, the same as the result that you expect to come. So the first 5 are bank, so you expect to come bank the 6. Okay, so basically the idea is to catch those those dragon tails as early as possible. So when you try to catch as early as possible, what you will do is you see the last 3 results, you can see the last 5 results, you can see the last 7 results, whatever work for you. Okay, we have our own in Baccarat predictor. Um, if you count how many banks came or how many players came, if you see there is more banks, you should the software should suggest you bank. And if the software see more players, will suggest you will suggest you betting player. Okay, and you can use 5 results, you can use 3 results. If you decide, we have our own because we study game, so we have the same. So um, that is what we are looking. So we are going, we looking what is the tendency and go with the tendency. So go with the flow, I would say. Huh? At some point, I explained 2 videos ago as well, or video before. I don't remember very well which one video was. It's like, okay, the software gives you 50%. So basically, you can go in the way we think, like the predominance way. We call predominance strategy. So because you just follow the one that is coming, more often. Okay, but you can do the opposite way. So you can go against the software. So if the software say bank say player, is perfect fine as well. But you have to be consistent. So you always have to play against the software, and you will hit the 50% of the time, same as if you do the other way. The only difference is that it's not so logic. Our brain doesn't work as good. We cannot assimilate that one so well. But that is the idea. That is the idea. But anyway, like I say, the game 50-50. So neither of the ways are better than the other one. But the one is more logic, more easy to understand. Okay. Um, and the beautiful thing is that as soon as you see as the software see a pattern, will recognize the dragon tail. For example, okay, I will start this one and I will start again another software. I will start again. So what I'm going to do is imagine if it's coming 5 banks. Okay, 3, 4. I have 5 banks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The software recognizes automatically. So this is the result that I put it here, 5 banks, and it say bet to banker. So it can banker you won, and it's recognize it and say bet the banker. So you don't need to think too much. So now let's see if it has found uh, another. For example, let's see if he found the mountain. Okay, if it's coming player, for example. Okay, now because it is very negative, it's very negative using the shoe because it's -5 and normally, like I explained, you go from +4, +6, +8, more or less. Those are the numbers, favorite numbers for the shoes. Uh, it say okay, go for player because it's very negative, it's very repeat, and so can player, another player. So if you see, it's creating the mountain. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. The imagine now it came, we lose and it come banker. Okay. So and now the software start failing. Okay. I will put player. I will go Shopee this time player. Um, and now I lost 3. Let's see. And now it's still very negative. It's still negative, very negative. Okay. So it's a repetition. Okay, but the software already recognize that the choppy is around here. So see, you have banks, players, bank, player, bank, and as soon as he recognized the patterns, he switched straight away to the possible outcome that is this choppy. So he go for player. You see, and then stay in player. Oh, you coming bank, we put bank, and you can see player, player. You will see. Oh, imagine now it does lose. Okay. Now I'm going to make it lose player. So sorry, I will make a yeah, it's okay player. So now I will create bank, bank. I come in bank, a bank. We lost two in a row again. Okay. So at that moment, if you notice, if you this here, if you see this, it found another pattern. You know, terrible two. So it has jumped to terrible two. If you notice, it will come player, recommend player, and you see, is another suggesting player, player, and it became a it started recognizing all patterns that we have discussed in the beginning with the mountains, the banks, the dragon tails. If it has come three players in a row, one, two, three, one, two, three, recognize the dragon tail of the player. So suggest you to bet player. You know. So that I wanted to explain you that it has the capability to find all the patterns, and it does recognize very very fast, very simple. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, let's go to okay. Um, so this is the point that I already took. I already explained you a little bit. I give you advance. Is um, how to use the software in a different way. You know, this part like is intuitive. It's like I try to explain a little bit, but I will go a little bit further with this. So basically, when you have this software, you know at the very end that the software go 50-50. Okay, what that means is that you have these two results, won and lost. Okay, um, the won is how many, the won number and the lost numbers. What they do is they tell you how many times the software has won or how many times the software has lost. And the tendency is always both of them because it's a 50% uh, prediction accuracy prediction of the software is 50%. The tendency is to touch to get them at the same number. So at some point, this number catch this number. So that is thing. It doesn't matter if you won or you lost, or you lost at the beginning and you won very few. At the end, they will catch up. Uh, might not catch in the same shoe. Okay, maybe get closer. There is obviously exception, but in most of the shoes, like uh, over 70% of the time, they will be very close. So one catch the other one. And there is some shoes that there has a little more disparity, I would say, that they go a little bit farther of the 50%, Um, and very, very specific shoes, they go over 66% and below 33%. Okay. When that's happening, it's a great opportunity for us to do flat bettings. It's like the bigger bets, I would say. It's like bigger and bet flat bet at depends if you are winning or you are losing opposite to what the software say. Because the idea is that they have to return below 66% or to the top to 33%, 80% of the time. So take that one clear, because this is sometimes that's happen, and not too often, but it does happen, Perfect. So the thing is, like I was going to tell you, is like if you see the results here, the win or lose list of results. Okay, you will see lose, 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 win, lose, lose, win, lose, 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 win, lose, win, lose. Uh, all this means that the software, in the predominance way, okay, will be losing 11 and won 4. But you could bet opposite what the software say. If you bet opposite what the software say, you will have 11 won and 4 lost. but like I say, you have to be consistent. Okay, what does mean? What you are doing? You are fighting against the predominance. So you are you are trying to bet what is coming less. You know, if it's coming four banks or one player, the software will suggest you bet bank, but you will bet player because you are against the software, and you still will get 50% of 50%. You know, 50% of the time you will win, and you will be same. You will go to the same issue at the end. You know, then you can get these shoes that go 66%, 32%, and you can apply the same law. You know, when you go over 66, 32%, you can apply the same way that you use for predominance. So, you know, the idea is that they always have the tendency to go below those numbers, below 66 and above 33. You know, so it's basically exactly the same. Okay. Um, what happened as well? See, this happened sometimes. That happened to me many times, and basically at some point, the software is not hitting. It's literally not hitting. Oh, that is why when the software is not hitting, what I normally do is, if you have noticed my videos before, I have my way to approach to the software is if the software is not doing well, what I do is I after one lose a second loss, I stop betting. Okay, because I understand the software need time to recognize a pattern, to to recognize a predominance, you know. So basically, after you hit one wing or two wings, you can restart. You have to make your plan. You have to do your plan. You know, in my case, I lose two. I wait for a virtual wing and then start playing again. That is my best way for me to play. I don't suggest you that if it's losing, carry on playing. Okay, because the software needs time. You know, the software can lose 9, 11, or 13 times in a row. It is possible. I think I lost 13 times. I don't know if I lost 13 times, but I 100% I lost 11 times in a row. But I have lost, for example, 11, one, I won one, and then I lost 9. It did happen to me, and we are going to discuss this after. So, because the beautiful of the software, when you play the software has a tendency. So, has a tendency depending the depending the shoe. So basically, you need to memorize two or three shoes, you know, two or three tendencies that could affect the way you play. And if you see that tendency, you can have a longer break. You know, not only one virtual win, you can wait for two virtual wins, or maybe you can pause. I will explain you later because we have that in another. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is an idea that I have. Okay, that I already explained you about the bedrock. You know, is the guy that explained this very well is the Mike the dance guy. I suggest you. I will write it here. Okay, this is he explained very well. He has a nice technique. There is no proof of math. Okay, but maybe if you do that when the software is not doing well, uh, might give you extra time to software to get the right way. Okay, I will write here because you this guy is actually I am subscribed to his channel. I like to see his videos. He's very fun and he explained the things very well. Mike, I think the fan guy, yeah. Um, he and, and he called this system uh, the dance, and he make versions of the dance. They call it the dance. Okay, I will write that one for you because I think he explained this very well. So I really don't have. Basically, say he compared. He used the beer road than the beat road, and it is this. So basically, what he does is he wait for 8 results. Okay, I will put random. For example, if the first line is the same and the second line is the same, he start betting. Okay, start betting. And what where he is going to bet? He's going to bet opposite to the first column. So in this case, the third result of the first column is blue, so he will bet for banker, no? Because it's blue is player, he will bet for banker, no? And he will do it twice. He will do it twice. Okay, and he does recommend that the shoe that he play that you play there, the shoe have to be like different different shapes. So you cannot play in a choppy shoe, or you cannot play in a mountain shoe, or you have to play in a very um, random shoe. You know that they don't look the same. You know it doesn't. You cannot see any pattern basically. That's what he means. Okay, so that is are the conditions that he put. They are very simple, and I suggest you to see. But like I said, you can use this one. You cannot use this one. It is relapse to. Sometimes I use it, okay, just for two bets, just to give my to give Baccarat predictors some time. Okay, that's what I normally I give it a try. You know, it's not something I would put, but sometimes I need this. You know, slightly change to see. But and the other option is like before. You if you see that the is in losing streak, like very bad losing streak, the Baccarat predictor, you follow the lose. So if the so was a bank, you go for play. I don't do this often. I normally follow it, because you know you have to have very specific shoes to get that very long lose streak. But I normally don't do often. It's just in case I see that my lose win I am in a situation like lose win lose win. If I found something that could help me to not carry on in that pattern of results, I will do it. I will do it. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, let's, let's go. Okay, so basically we were talking a little bit more. Okay, so, like I say, Baccarat predictor is 50-50%. Okay, so it's not 100% winning. It's, no, it's 50%. Sometimes 50% of the time wins, 50%. So sometimes these things are like sometimes it's going to be fantastic, and sometimes these things are not going well. So you basically have to adapt. You know, you cannot carry on like you can go a couple of times, you know, but if he doesn't go for you, you need to change, you know, and that is why I brought this guy, Mike the guy, um, and the dance, because he's like he's playing very well. Um, I think I watched that strategy in many channels. So he's not the creator or nothing like that, but he probably is the best guy to explain the display that strategy. But there is no proof that is good or bad, but it does help you to guide you or to to give time to the backup operator to carry on waiting for the right pattern for the backup operator to carry on to getting the good results. So, but something more I would like to tell you about the backup operator. You know, if you get like very long, like 10, 9, 10 uh, lose in a row, it's not bad. It's actually very good for Baccarat predictor. Okay, because like I explained you before, the won and lost at the end they will pair up, so they will go 30 wins, 30 loses. So basically, at the very end of the shoe, or sometimes in the middle, you will start winning three and losing one, winning three and losing one. While you have these 10 loss in a row, you will not bet. You will not be betting. You understand? Because after you two losing rows, you stop betting until you get the win, and then the wins are catching up the losses. So the hard part, the difficult part in this in the back record is when you have one lose, second lose, and the third result is a win. Then the fourth result is a loss, fifth result is a loss, and then the sixth is a win. Because in the third event and the sixth event you didn't bet, you were waiting for virtual win. So basically you have four losses in a row. Okay, that is very hard. Okay, so when these things are not going well, okay, more or less I will write here what should be the result. The result should be lose, lose, and because we lose two in a row, we have we have to wait for virtual win, and we get the virtual win. Okay, so and then we start betting again. So we lost, and then we have to stop betting because we lost again two in a row, but we are losing four in a row already. Oh, so it can be a win. So we bet again. Okay, we bet again. So, uh, so because we have that virtual win, we bet again. So it can be lose lose. We lost to a round. Again, we have to make a break. So this is a very bad spot, you know. And this is the situation that I'm telling you. If you start counting how many times you win and how many times you lost, if you notice this is normal. This is no something different. You are winning 33% of the time, and you are losing 66% of the time. But these are normal results. That is okay. That is, you know, this could happen. You know, what could not happen is if you go below this 33%, and if you go over this 66%. So the tendency is that they go they go back. You know. So 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 what we do is okay. So after I clear that, I think at this point should be clear. Should be clear for everyone what is possible in software, what is not possible, what percentage you have to win, you have for, to winning to win chances to to winning is, you know, when you have 60 events and you have this 30%, 70%, you know that you have 80% of the time possibilities to win than 20% possibility to lose. So that has to be clear for you, you know, in the case that they go over this percentage, or above or below this percentage, you know. But this is very tough. This lose lose win lose lose win lose lose win. I have I have been in this many times, but I've been even longer. I had like this. I was very lucky one day, so I went to step 10. Lose lose win lose lose win lose lose win lose lose win. And what happened is you are in that situation lose lose win. We are going to study after. Um, we what are the trends that you reach that point, you know, that point of lose lose win lose lose win lose lose win. So there is only two. So if those shoes come like that, those are when you could be losing. There is two. Okay, perfect. Or uh, like I explained you, uh, i I like to play, I like to play I like to stop playing as soon as I lose two. Okay, because I give time to the software to find out. The thing is, the thing you have to wait for the virtual win and then you start playing. Okay. For example, uh, if I am, for example, in extreme case, for example, I see the software is not hitting and it's going bad, I might go against the software. But I don't do this too often. And if it does work, I carry on. I hope you get me. So because sometimes you go against it doesn't work. So I stop there. So I prefer go with the logic that the won and the lost, the the times that is going to win, the software times is going to lose, they will catch up. So I prefer go with that that way, you know. Okay, let me see. Okay, perfect. So okay, okay, like was explaining, basically the best way, you know, for me say, you know, when I play, when I use management as well, I'm not too greedy. Okay, I normally try to get. I normally play three mini games per show. Really, three mini games per show. I try to start as early as possible the shoe, with I try to play 3 mini games. In those 3 mini games, I try to make in each mini game 3 units. Okay, it's not so complicated. It is very very, I would say, not so difficult when you start winning. Because normally when Baccarat Predictor start winning, they normally win or win most of the time. It doesn't mean they win often, but you normally get the 3 sessions. Yeah, I saw people that play only win 1 unit per shoe. And I think it's a little bit of a waste of time. If your system is good, but if it does work, it does work. You can apply. These things are, basically is more about you. If you want to win 1 unit for every shoe, perfect. You have, in my case, I play Poker Star. You have like 10, so you can make 10 units. So it's exactly same 10 units in different shoes than 10 units in one shoe. So if you can make, if that work for you, do it. It's not a problem. I saw a few guys make 1 unit and go. I saw a few guys that make a few, 3, 4, 5 units per shoe. And there is some people who stay there and play full shoe. I am okay playing, the shoe, the full shoe. The reason is sometimes you get shoes that they they are very very similar. So um, some, and they can be very profitable. There no. When I say they are very similar, I was playing something that the shoe normally they are in pragmatic and evolution. They are all the shoe normally play 65 events. Between banker, player, and tie. There are 65 events. You get 65 results. So the first sometimes you get these shoes and the first 20 results are very similar. Um, the 21 and 40, and then they are very similar to 40 to 60. So, and when I say very similar, I mean that the first 20 are like choppy, and then the second part of the shoe is choppy, and the third part of the shoe is choppy. So basically, sometimes very, very, very profit, profitable. It's like okay, it does work. Anyway, like I was trying to, the software is like a dragon tail catcher. So if you play longer, you will find more dragon tails as well. So that is the idea. Oh, but that is the idea. That's why I prefer, because normally what I found out is when you have these shoes, sometimes you have shoes that don't have any dragon tail. It is possible. But sometimes when you get one dragon tail, start coming 2, 3, 4, 5 dragon tails. They come often. So that is why I don't mind. I prefer to do my 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 3 mini sessions. To make in each mini session is 3 units. And I try to make 9 units per shoe. That is what I try. But if I notice I am in the shoe sorry, the event number 45, 43, or around there, and I only have one mini session. Yes, I can stop. I can play. I can play in different shoes. Because some shoes are quite difficult as well for Baccarat Predictor. So that is sometimes better. Like if you start losing, and you do only one mini session, so you make your 3 units, it's better the next 2 mini session making another shoe. Oh, that I will do. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, let's see next page. Okay, um, I think the video is already 40 minutes, so I will pause this time and I will start money managing in a bit. Okay, thank you very much. See you in a bit.